Good morning.
Morning.
Back in the shop.
Where we
Banter and
love to be.
Trimz, season 2, episode 2. Like to welcome you back, Duke.
Thank you very much.
So obviously, there's only one place to start today, and that is with Kanye West. Kanye West's album delay.
Well, there you go. I can understand he's probably taken by the news as well. You know, a lot's going on.
Nah, I'm joking.
Happened? Just up. What's
We're gonna start with Man United.
Oh, okay.
Only place to start, obviously.
It's always been.
And what I'm gonna do today, because you lot have had so much to say off camera, you lot can start.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna lie, up until yesterday, I had a whole thing ready for this week, and then that Ronaldo news about the Man City, and then a couple hours later, man, I just took out the piece of paper. I said, "What's the point?" So let's go.
Okay, listen. From my perspective on how things went yesterday was an absolute madness. As everyone knows in the group, I started off yesterday on an emotional roller coaster. I started yesterday off with an emotional roller coaster, thinking he was actually going City. Now I'm not gonna lie, if he went City, I would have put on the front, I would have put on the face, but it would have hit, it would have hurt.
It was hurting me.
It was hurting, yeah. Come 1:30, when Oli Funny Solskjaer had the interview and gave away everything, in my point of view, because when you look at a past interview, a normal run-of-the-mill interview, and Ollie's asked about players, he's always throwing it away, kind of like, you know, he's not here. But when he started dropping, he couldn't even contain the news himself. So even him, he's probably thinking, is this really happening? But at the same time, he's got to conduct an interview in a professional manner. So he was struggling with the interview in a sense of he couldn't control his emotion. When I saw the interview, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I saw angels. Not angels, but something just happened. Yeah, cherub. Something was just going.
By an intervention.
Yeah, the divine intervention. It was written in the stars. You can't make this stuff up, kind of thing. Then obviously the news broke that. Well, to be fair, a little bit beforehand, when Juventus kind of confirmed that he was going, that was even like a wake-up call, because I didn't even think Ronaldo was going to go. I think probably most of us thought he'll see out the last year in Juventus, probably go PSG or whatever have you, but it's a next year kind of situation that we'll be looking at. Obviously that broke, so it's like, like this is really happening. So that, again, gave clarification that maybe he's going City, again, pushing the knife in a little bit more, innit? Oh my Lord. How God is good, innit? I have to say that, innit? God is good, innit? Then when we saw the fact that City pulled out, there was only one, there's no one else. We knew we weren't going to go PSG for obvious reasons. But then when City pulled out, I could say it was almost, you know, especially, it almost felt COVID was worth it. I know that not in the bad sense of people dying, but I genuinely think some of this wouldn't have even happened. You have to remember. Yeah, you have to remember. This probably wouldn't have happened if COVID didn't happen, which in fact impacted Juventus's finance and the world finance. So in that sense, don't get me wrong, the deaths and that's a tragedy and that. But
you almost
is
a blessing.
Yeah, it's almost.
I don't care what you meant. I don't care what you meant.
If everything happens as
the pandemic,
if that pandemic doesn't happen, we don't. This still does not happen.
100%.
Really understand it. This still doesn't happen. Juventus had the money to carry on paying him the 50 mil for the or however. It just doesn't happen, innit? So in that aspect, mate, I don't know. This I'm still in shock right now. It's still processing because where we've been for the last 6 years, and I'm just going to cap it to 6 years. I'm not even going to go back to where.
I thought it was 7 years.
Yeah, all right, 6, 7 years. It doesn't really matter. I mean, 6, 7 to 40 it's a massive difference. You know, sometimes I can't. Anyway.
Oh, what's 40s? Do you want to clarify what's the 40s?
I'll leave that to you. What's 40, bro?
The last time Spurs, I think it's talking about Tottenham now. So thanks for that, Wes.
Okay.
No, we're not talking about Tottenham.
It's fine.
No, but the people at home might not know what he's talking about. So we just want to be crystal clear with everything.
I don't know they want to talk about Arsenal yet either. So let's just talk about.
That's about the shot. Anyway, 40 years since Tottenham done. I don't even know what happened in the 40 years. I wasn't even here. So it's none of my business. But say on that note, it's a case of we are back in the sense of what this guy brings. If we've had a missing piece, definitely he fills that void plus more with the experience he's coming with. Yeah. So there's no longer United kind of falling into second place, because that's what I felt last season. Liverpool weren't at it, other teams weren't at it, so we got there not by merit, but just the sheer fact of being Man United. We're now going to be competing, I feel. I would say probably on all fronts, but as we know, where the Prem is so tough now, something's going to suffer. You can go to the longer you stay in Champions League, your form in the Prem can dip and you can kind of go off tail, vice versa as well. So I just feel we're back in the sense of we're now an established elite club and we'll be challenging properly for honours. Anyone can add to that before I go absolutely wild on this.
That's a nice speech.
Thank you very much. I like to do what I can do when I can do it.
Do you want to respond to that, Aston? What are you saying?
Love to hear this energy. Unless we're talking stadiums, is there really anything we can do?
We say unless we're talking top.
Nah,
what?
do you know what I mean?
Top five stadiums.
To be honest, yeah. Like I said before we went live. When Ronaldo left the Premier League, it was a good thing. It was a good thing for the Premier League in terms of the other clubs not having to deal with him. Now he's back. It'll be interesting to see how Man United got on, because at the end of the day, scoring goals, I don't feel has been United's biggest flaw since he's left. It's been their defence. So it's all well and good that he's back and he's scoring goals, but can you defend? That's the bottom line.
But I'll interject. I'll interject with that.
Please do, Mike.
Fergie's policy, but obviously before Fergie left, Fergie's policy was when it's the 90th or 80th minute, if we're losing or whatever's going on, score more goals than the other team. So if you score more goals, that's how you're going to win regardless, innit? So if we're scoring, I don't care what. Like
Duke said, in a tight league, yes, you can outscore teams.
There you go.
Defensively, you need to be quite
You need to
strong.
be defensive,
Like,
but
if you look at Chelsea right now, they ain't conceding goals. So therefore, they're going to nick more games 1-0. If you're losing games,
but they're just doing
on that 9th minute, we can grab an equaliser because we can always score.
But they're just doing.
That's not going to get.
Hold on, I get what you're saying, Ash, but it's wrong. The reason why it's wrong, United have had different systems implemented by different managers which are totally different from each other. Yeah. We have struggled to score goals. That's the fact of it. And we've relied on kids, which don't get me wrong, are talented, but they shouldn't have had the level of pressure of scoring goals that they did. Yeah. I can honestly say, to a certain extent, we might have hampered Martial's career, Rashford's career, and Greenwood's career. Only reason being, not because they're not the talent, the focus and the energy and the pressure to get goals has been on them. Yeah. None of them have scored 20 Premier League goals. So we have definitely been struggling to score goals.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I just think that defensively, though, Man United could improve.
I think the best thing we've done was to get Cavani.
Yeah.
To keep Cavani for another season. Yeah. You saw what he done towards the end of the season.
Yeah. Take the pressure off.
Because I think last season your top goal scorer, I think, is 11 goals.
Yeah.
So they have been kind of struggling to get goals.
No, we scored not like Old Trafford, was it?
What's that?
11 goals overall. Their top goal scorer.
No, 11 goals in the Prem.
In the Prem?
No, not overall. No.
Not in all
we
competitions.
We don't have just one man taking
in the
every
Prem.
shot, free kick, throw in, decision, sub,
okay, because when we went to Old Trafford last season,
When we went
to Old Trafford last season, we had 4 different goal scorers. When we went to Old Trafford last season, we had 4 different goal scorers.
But what did you win? What did you win for that though? What did you win for that though? What trophy did you win?
I think it was 6-2.
Yeah, they won the game, but they lost the war. You can't boast on that coming 7th. That don't even make sense.
You came 7th.
Because, like I said before, I don't. But that's you. That's Duke. I thought it was Duke then.
All right, I'll take that. I'll do that. Me and him.
We know you do
When I go to the next game, I'm going to find him, bro. Me and him, we're doing that on camera.
But like I said before, attacking, Man United haven't had the problems defensively. Like I just
no, we haven't. To be fair, our defensive records have been quite good. When you look at it over across the season,
hopefully for your sake, your new centre back and
he's world class again. We haven't even discussed him.
But no, I mean, Man United look a lot stronger. I think.
Thank you very much.
A lot stronger.
We just try to do what we can do
compared to Tottenham. Compared to Tottenham or compared to...
Who are you comparing it to? Man City, Liverpool?
I'm comparing it against their team last season.
Oh, and obviously, because you said look a lot stronger, so I'll say I want to...
Yeah, you look a lot...
The only issue I've got is how Varane is going to start. The rest I'm not talking about is how Varane is going to start.
He's slow on the half turn.
Yeah. Varane. Yeah, he's slow on the half turn, but he's very good at reading the game.
Yeah, definitely.
So how he's going to start off, he's going to get bullied in that lot, but it's how he's going to stand up to that. And if he stands up to that, I think we've got
If he can manage the Prem, you'll think he'll
I
do
don't think he
well.
will. I think he'll. Don't get me wrong. He will start. He will have shaky games. Everyone does. It's inevitable.
Yeah,
He'll have
Van
shaky games.
Dijk had a few shaky
But
days.
I think on consistency, on the consistency of the season, he'll come through. He'll be fun. Him and Maguire, that partnership, it will blossom.
That's what I'm saying. Maguire has that big head. He knows what he's doing, bro.
Our thing will be the same issue: not scoring when we need to, not having that deadly marksman to come and.
Ronaldo now.
Yeah, exactly.
I was about to say, you got Ronaldo
we're
now.
addressing. This is what I'm saying. That's been our problem. We haven't had that deadly marksman that we need in certain situations. Like, for example, I think when we played Liverpool, I think we had like 4 shots on target, something like that. You give Ronaldo 4 opportunities, 2 are going in, minimum. 2 let's take him on his worst day. 1's going in. That's the kind of level of striker we need. We need that one in kind of 1 in 2. Sorry.
The ruthlessness.
People underestimate Cavani, and I think Cavani is the best movement person in the box.
Oh, yeah. Fox in the box.
Oh, no, I don't understand. I love Cavani. Yeah, I love Cavani.
So to me, it's nice to have Ronaldo, but I was happy with
Yeah.
Cavani.
But do you reckon? Because obviously Cavani and Ronaldo will play. But do you reckon they'll play Ronaldo in the 10 as opposed to?
No,
No, they can't play him in
Ronaldo's
10.
going up front.
They can't play
Ronaldo's
Ronaldo in
going
the
up
10.
front. Ronaldo and Cavani, I personally feel, will be switching. They don't need to play every single game. They'll be switching. You'll have Ronaldo probably more likely in the most important games.
Ronaldo plays every game.
Well, yeah, it
Ronaldo
depends.
plays
Okay, you're right.
every
Listen.
Most
Depending
games.
what's
Every
happening.
game.
38
You
games, he's
can't-
going to play at least 30.
38 games, and then you're going to have Champions League on top of that, and then Cup games on top of that. He won't play every game. Let's be real, he won't.
Ronaldo don't do bench.
Ronaldo will do bench because he'll be part of
Ronaldo
management.
don't
You'll
do-
understand. He'll be a
Last
part
season
of
he played
management.
33
He's not going
games.
to play like obviously your Carling Cups. and
There
stuff
you
like
go.
that.
So there you
But
go.
He'll play every game.
Every Premier League
He'll
game,
play
every
most.
Champions League
Yeah,
game.
he'll play most. He won't play. Okay, this
But
is
again,
where.
he dictates. Let me be real. He dictates
Yeah,
what's happening. Innit?
yeah. But he
dictating
himself
Man
will
United.
know that he can't play a Premier League game and a Champions League
He's
game.
walking into
In the
Old
same
Trafford.
week.
Same week, this
he
is what
can,
I'm
he can.
saying.
He walks in and he
He's
says
not
to
doing that,
Ollie,
man.
"This is what I'm doing. This is what
Yeah, I
I'm doing."
mean,
No,
you're
no,
right,
no,
but
yeah,
no, you're
yes,
right. But
I
then you
am
have to
right.
remember, we're gonna have it. Let's take for example January. There's a period in the Premier League where it's madness. You've got 10 games in the space of what 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Ronaldo cannot physically
And to
play
be fair-
10
to be
games
fair,
in that 2
He's
weeks.
had 7 years or 8 years now of not having a winter break. So he's going to be on the thing of I'm not playing these 2 weeks.
Exactly.
He's gonna-
So
no,
therefore,
he's
but then
gonna-
this is what we're saying. He's not going to play every single game. I get what you're saying. He's going to play majority of games. He's definitely going to play the games. What? Let's say, for example, in that January period, we've got. I haven't seen the fixtures top of my head, but let's say we've got. I don't know. I'm not even going to say a mediocre game because every game in the Premiership is not a joke.
massive
Let's
game.
just say we have a slightly lesser game, then we've got a top 6 game, then we've got a slightly lesser game, or we've got a Champions League game. Like we're looking at the end of January. What do you think is going to happen? Ronaldo can't play all 3. He's going to either pick the big Premier League game, and then depending on what that
But the
Champions
reality
League game is.
He picks them.
We're not discussing that. We're just discussing is he going to play every game? I'm happy for him to pick.
We know he's the man.
He's
We know
the
he's
man,
coming
yeah.
in and he's the man.
What man doesn't...
Return of the Mac.
Return of the Mac. When you edit this, can you put a little... There it is. You know, one of those in there. A mark. So...
No, we'll call the episode The Return of the Mac.
There's no... For me as a United fan, there's no shame in saying, Ollie... I'm an Ollie outer. I have no shame in that. But I'm going to support him. Especially now we've got Ronaldo. He's got no excuses now, innit?
No
There's
excuses.
no excuse. There can't be
So
excuses.
what's a good season for United?
A good season would obviously win one of the top 2 trophies, i.e. Champions League or the Prem. However, I'm going to be honest, I'm not expecting that. What I'm expecting is progression, real progression.
We finished second. So
We
progression would be to...
finished. This is what I go back to. We finished second, but it wasn't really second in
12
terms
points
of.
behind.
Yeah, we're 12 points behind. That's not. You're finishing second, but
Finish 11 points behind.
no, that's not good enough. That's not. I've got to be. We've got to be in the title race.
Yeah,
Well
that's to
deep
go to
into
last
like
stage.
go into the latter stages
I
of the.
like that season.
Yeah, and then also sort of like a couple of points here and there. I don't mind losing the league this season, but we've got to be seen to compete in it properly, not this kind of coming second, 12 points.
I also say one thing. Remember, Liverpool were really crippled last season, innit? So if we're And how many points were they off us? Like 3 or 4 points last season, isn't it? Was it 5?
But yeah, so that's shocking.
That's bad for Man United.
Yeah,
that's
I feel
bad.
that's bad.
That's very bad. And they were crippled.
But they had their man out, really. They had their whole team out because once Van Dijk went, it was.
heard Mike say. Mike's actually changed.
Changed? What changed?
That's the nicest thing.
Mike is.
He'll go back to type in a second.
What do you mean change? What happened? What did I do now?
He said something that was actually.
So what I wanted to ask you is, obviously with Greenwood's, Martial, and Rashford's, what sort of improvement? Because to me, if I'm Greenwood's, Ronaldo's coming back, I'm shadowing you.
So,
What time are you going to training in the morning?
So-
are you staying behind? I'm trying to be one of the best. So with you here now, I'm not mucking about. Bro.
Does he have the energy to do that though?
No, but that's the good thing for Ronaldo coming back.
Yeah.
Get the goals,
Especially
get
for
everything
Martial
else.
as well.
Like I said before, how he's wired. Remember, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Hands down, he's the GOAT. So how he's wired in terms of the food that he's eating, when he eats, how he trains, how he sleeps, how he.
I need to know.
All this stuff.
I need to know.
To hungry players.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem.
That's where
It's a
United
madness. Ash is right. But the problem is Mason Greenwood prepared to sacrifice what Ronaldo? Because Ronaldo, I can honestly say, he's probably the most boringest person you ever know because he doesn't do nothing like that. Or even so, but is he prepared at 19 or 20 to give up literally a life that he kind of semi-knows? And when I say Ronaldo level of, doing things, it is a massive sacrifice. It means Christmas. There is no turkey like that. There is no gravy. There is no all of that. You're doing a strict regime for life, isn't it? This is a life-changing...
Certain people, when they get into this game, into this football game, they want to be the best, yeah? But you can't be the best. What we've got...
You can be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, best version of yourself. But you're talking about real goats here.
Yeah.
You're talking about Messi, Ronaldo, real goats.
Yeah, it's a different,
Mason Greenwood could follow everything Ronaldo says to a T.
And still not, But what he'll be the best version of himself.
He'll be better than he is now.
That's the sacrifice, though. But this is the problem. In this day and age, you have to remember, social media plays such a massive input in the footballer's life now, innit?
Yeah.
Ronaldo's had the in his time in growing up and learning stuff, he didn't have that social media platform. So in a sense, that's been a plus because he wasn't, don't get me wrong, he was watched, but not watched as you are watched now on social media. Now it's 24/7, no days off, no minutes off, innit? Greenwood might want to go to a party with his friends, innit? He won't, to get to that kind of best version of himself.
I think that's changing. I think the footballer persona has changed. Not every footballer wants to go partying and all that.
No, but they do want to. You can see Greenwood. You look on his Instagram. He's out with Rashford, and all of that. He's with the trend. He's trending with all the latest trends and all that.
I remember when Rashford and Lingard come up, yeah.
Yeah.
Lingard was the party one. Rashford wasn't the party one.
Yeah.
Rashford never been a party boy. He's never been a party boy. Yeah, he might be out occasionally, but he's not a party boy.
Yeah.
And that's what helped him to grow and develop.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I feel for someone like Greenwood, if he's got someone like Rashford there who's like mindsets like that, remember you're getting rid of people like Lingard who want to party. That's the reason why Lingard's not cutting. You see what I'm saying? It's the reason why Rashford's cutting. It's the reason why, and I'm going to go back to Kane now quickly. Kane, no, I'm not for that reason. I remember when Kane first bust, him, Gylfi Sigurdsson and Ericsson used to stay behind training for an hour and a half every day, working on shooting. Now look, it happens. All he has to do, all Greenwood has to do, is like you said, mirror. But now he's going to stay training after. He always does. He always does.
Apart from
I just don't know if he's got
there's no one else around that are party people.
Yeah, but that's a persona. No, but again, we say he's a party people, but is he a party person?
Who? Pogba?
Yeah, is he a party person? Because on Instagram,
I don't think now he is because he's got a family now. But he was. I get what I was to say. He was to a certain extent. When we say party, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be out in clubs. You could just be going to events that are inviting you, and anything that deters you from training or focusing on football. That's what you would say partying. So
when you got the likes of Ronaldo, Cavani, and all them,
that's what I'm saying.
Your attitude,
experience, guys.
They will fire at you in the change room.
But I'm saying,
I can see it, but I don't know.
A high-level Premier League player, right now, the discipline that you have to have is a madness.
This is what I'm saying.
To be a, and
Does Greenwood have that discipline? Because you're going to sacrifice a lot.
I'm talking about you've got people, Antonio at West Ham. Do you think Antonio at West Ham's partying?
No, yeah. He's not, yeah.
But what I'm saying, I'm not sure if he has the discipline,
This is what I'm saying.
but
The talent-wise,
but he's
there.
got something.
Yeah, of course,
He's
we're not-
definitely got something.
Listen,
And if he can add to that with
He's a
Ronaldo
yeah.
coming through and Ronaldo's
See,
experience,
Greenwood, yeah, he was 18 years old with Foden and them boy on England camp doing a thing abroad. Yeah, they got some girls back. That reputation is going to hold with him now that he's a party boy. But really, he was just trying to bust enough. Yeah? That's all it was.
You think he's only busting it out like once or twice a week?
Of course not.
Yeah, there you go. So therefore he's out partying. That's what we're saying. It's the term.
You can only see. You can only see what.
But we're
Just because he ain't got caught, we don't mean it's not happening.
We're assuming that now, isn't it? We're assuming that because we've seen a footage of him doing that. That's like with Sterling. This is the character that people get. Sterling has been targeted as this type of person because of the kids apparently that he's got.
Yeah, 8 kids, remember?
25 kids.
For years.
Loads of kids.
Biggest flip in football. So
You also have to remember Ronaldo. I mean, what you almost think not that it's luck or anything because it is hard work and determination. But you have to remember he had Fergie in those vital years of development over him. When he got caught having the threesome, who do you think pulled him in and said, "Listen, you better
yeah, of
sit
course.
down"?
But what I'm saying is now, with all that experience, he's got that
Exactly.
to come in.
but does
Because
Greenwood-
maybe there's a certain level that is not there at the moment, but him coming back is going to bring it.
Ollie, yeah. When Ollie was at the United team as a player, and when Ronaldo first started at United, you had real hard-bodied
Ballers,
leaders
yeah,
there.
ballers.
You had man like Ferdinand, and Ferdinand then boy with discipline. Remember, Ferdinand done his foolishness when he was at West Ham. He went to Leeds and changed. From when he went to United, he was a model professional.
Yeah, yeah,
He got done
100%.
on that. He got done on that drugs thing, which was foolishness. But apart from that, he was a model player.
Yeah.
Not only him, you got people like Beckham, Keane, Scholes. These brothers are
Beckham
grafters.
went there.
No, Beckham. When Ronaldo went.
Beckham went there.
He went at the start. Okay, sorry, not
Yeah, you
not
can't-
not
yeah.
David Beckham, but he had Scholes there. He had other people
Vidic,
around him.
Evra.
I get that. I'm saying
Yeah,
he had
Keane,
people
that's
there.
massive.
You sound like you know a lot about United. Keep going.
He had people there that were natural.
Yeah, the madness
leaders,
with Van Nistelrooy though.
and that helped
Van Nistelrooy got
Ronaldo to
100%.
zone in.
100%.
So now.
But in this day and age, I just think life is so wild for these footballers. It's very easy to take your eye off the ball. Even if it's for a split day, one day turns into two, 2 days turns into a week.
You're gonna have that.
Yeah, and you
But
got to think
I
at
don't
that
think-
age.
I don't
No, I don't think he's.
Well, he's gone off the boil already if you want to compare his first season to last season.
He scored 2 goals in 2 games.
No, last season. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about last season. Last season, he scored 3 goals or something like that.
No
Even
way.
he had some serious pressure. He had some-
I know, I get that. But at the same time, Ronaldo, when he first came, he was under pressure. Everyone comes under pressure. United.
Yeah, but
As a
without.
Liverpool fan, what I can say is this. I said it last week. Things are changing at United. At Liverpool, one of the best things we've got is we've got the leaders. We've got James Milner, for example, doesn't play that
Terrible
much.
player, but definitely off the
Fashion,
pitch.
Wake fashion,
Yeah.
Wake fashion.
If certain man like Trent gets out of line, he's getting checked by Milner.
Yeah.
If it's not Milner, it's Henderson. The list goes on.
Yeah.
If you look at the makeup and the profile of your squad now, you're making key signings that are Hood, Carvani,
Yeah.
you've mentioned some names, and Ronaldo now, that if they fall out of line, they're getting checked. And they're getting checked by
The experienced players.
experienced,
And feeling
legitimately world-class
Yeah, I see that. I don't know, man. We'll have to time will tell.
That's part of the reason I said things
But
are
hold on,
changing.
hold on.
Yeah.
You said about Greenwood last season, like he had a breakout season, which is fantastic. Then
Season
then,
before
no,
was
I'm
the
saying the
breakout.
breakout season.
Okay, yeah.
Then last season, players know more about him. So they're not going to give him the same space. They're going to realise that he's going to cut into his left foot.
But that's the whole point of being an elite footballer. Like, you
Come
think
on, yeah,
anyone
but he's 19
purposely
years old,
gives...
brother.
19 years old.
He's 19.
19 years old, go and look at Ronaldo. He's running past, man. No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, if you're saying the
Remember,
elite
at
players,
19, Ronaldo
this
was
is what
making
sets you
mistakes, but he was
apart
just
from
off.
the elite players.
Yeah, but Ronaldo at 19
Thinking
was doing
and
madness.
allowing yourself to get that
He was
extra
doing
yard of
mistakes.
space. This is what makes you really... Everyone can do tricks in the Premiership at this level.
I think-
Everyone's
Alright,
fit.
cool.
Everyone's more or
I
less
don't
the
think you
same.
should sell Greenwood.
No, I'm not saying so green. I'm just saying in a sense of, I'm not sure if he's disciplined enough to follow Ronaldo because that level is so ridiculously
I'll tell
high.
you what.
You're
I'm
watching someone.
going to be honest, right?
He looked up to
At
him,
his
he looked up
age,
to him.
he's got more talent than what Ronaldo had.
Greenwood.
Finishing. He's
I
finishing
don't.
left
I
foot
don't.
and right
I
foot.
don't. I don't
Left
agree
foot, he
with that.
can use it. They don't.
Don't
when they
agree
were
with that
training,
whatsoever.
when they were
That
training,
was
he was
basically
scoring goals.
Like,
with
19.
Nah, shall I tell you? If you remember, even I remember this.
Yeah,
I
he
remember
was-
when Ronaldo first
He
come.
was doing a
And
madness.
he was doing all the step over.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Alex Ferguson
Yeah.
was going to powerbomb him.
Yeah, I told you. But you have to remember the game when we signed Ronaldo. Really, is when United played
Yes.
and he destroyed us.
Of course.
That's what.
he's
So
fit,
it's,
he's fit,
when
yeah.
you're, let's be honest, at 19.
We went there for Ronaldo.
Yeah, at 19, you're always looking at potential, what this guy could be, innit? Greenwood, we're not talking about no finished article. We're still sitting here discussing what he could be.
Yeah.
So
But
when you're
Ronaldo,
saying,
what I'm saying is, I think Greenwood now is a bit more refined than Ronaldo was.
At
You
19.
see, you're like, hold on,
But
hold
you-
on.
Ronaldo's a madness.
Hold on.
I still don't
You see-
agree with that
you see
because
that-
now
hold on,
football's
hold on,
changed.
but-
At that time, Ronaldo was brought in as a winger, where Greenwood is
let
predominantly
me say one
either
thing.
in that wing forward role
he's
or
a
a
striker.
striker.
But let me
Yeah,
say
this is
one
what I'm
thing.
saying.
But they put him out on the wing.
Duke, you see see your
Yeah,
energy
go on,
today.
go on.
Your energy's high because Ronaldo's back, yeah?
United
No,
are back.
but-
United
but-
are back.
but
Yeah.
Ronaldo's back.
Yeah,
Ronaldo-
United are
listen,
back.
listen, Ronaldo's back, yeah?
United
So
are
you're
back, yeah.
talking about a 19-year-old, okay, who was, when he was 10 years old, was watching Ronaldo.
Oh.
He played for Man United and he was watching Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
He loved Ronaldo, probably. Now Ronaldo's come back and he plays for Man United. You think he's not going to be like Ronaldo?
But now, yeah, but you're exactly what you said. As a kid, he looked up to it. Greenwood's a man now. He might
But
think,
he's
raw.
not-
I'm
nah,
Mason
you're
Greenwood.
mad.
I want to go.
Nah.
No. Listen, when you listen to us, I
you're
understand.
playing
I'm not saying that he's not gonna. I'm saying to shadow Ronaldo. Does he have the discipline to do that?
yeah.
That's
Well,
what
I
we're.
think
time will tell.
No, so
None
what
of
I
us-
was going to say,
none of us
he's only
know that.
19. How long is a football career?
It depends what you. It's down to you, innit?
No, but I'm saying,
it's now
Mason
the boundaries
Greenwood-
of a football career is now being pushed, isn't it?
Of
So
course.
it depends on what. But this
But
is what
what
I'm saying.
football careers
It's
usually
being
talk about
pushed
30.
depending on how much you are prepared to
But look,
sacrifice,
you don't get it.
and that's
Like,
what we're
if your
discussing.
idol
But what I'm
is
saying is it's
Ronaldo,
only till about 30. It's
As
not
a
really
kid-
a big
As a
sacrifice.
kid, your
It's a
idol
massive
is Ronaldo.
sacrifice because it's in your
Ronaldo
development
is your
years.
team.
Not if you're
19
not
now,
focused.
the world is being thrown
Say
at your feet.
Your eyes
We're now
are
saying,
You're-
in order for
you're
you
9
to
years old,
have
10 years old.
longevity,
You're watching
forget
Ronaldo
the world.
back to your
You're not
team.
allowed to have the
You're
world.
not-
You've
You're
got
gonna
to focus on
emulate
this. This
him.
has
You're
got
gonna
to
do
be
everything.
your morning, afternoon, and evening. Mason Greenwood is getting what? He's on 100 and something grand a week.
Just so I know. Just so I
Do
know.
you get
Mike
it?
don't
You
agree with you.
get it.
Do you know
You're
why Mike don't
asking
agree with you?
someone-
Because
Say
Mike's
no.
quiet.
No,
Mike's quiet.
You're
Mike knows.
asking someone
Mike
who has
doesn't
got the
agree
world
with you.
at their feet to
Tell
not
me
to
the
not to resist the world and all its money to focus. That because that's
No,
what
I
Ronaldo
know, but
does
you got
week in,
Kylian
week out.
Mbappe. You got my man
Kylian
from
Mbappe.
Dortmund. They're young
But these are
players.
different people that had different pressures and different.
No, I
lives.
hear
We're
you,
talking
but what
Mason
I'm saying
Greenwood,
is,
who's grown up
if
in
I'm
Manchester,
Greenwood,
knows the
not even
area,
Greenwood.
knows everyone.
If I'm
there,
Rashford as
all
well-
these friends, all these friends, family, and that are there. It's hard for you to tell him to resist the world when his whole network is there. His whole network
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
go
but you
out.
don't know what his
They might
family-
be saying,
his
"Yeah, let's
family-
go out and do
How do you
this
know
and
what his
that."
family is
He
saying?
can't
No, I
do
hear
it.
you, but I'm saying there's other young players that have the same pressure. Just what I'm saying.
But I think though, with the two you just mentioned, Haaland and Mbappe, I think they come from family with athletes. So Haaland,
Yeah, his dad was a pressure.
primed
Yeah.
Yeah,
For this, yeah.
From the get.
the greatness. Mbappe, I think his dad did something and his mum did something. And I think maybe it's the mentality of
I don't know.
I
just-
don't know the background of Mason.
Greenwood ain't got
No
no
one
family
knows.
related in football.
Nah,
But
But I can see why those two, for example.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
lot,
in where
you
they-
lot,
yeah.
you lot are putting, are being negative to someone who.
no, it's not. Listen,
it
listen.
is, because you
The
don't know what his
original
family's like, you don't know.
question,
'Cause
the
I think-
original
I think
question
it's
was
for-
if Mason Greenwood shadows Ronaldo,
Could be a madness.
could be a madness. No one's even disputing that. If you listen to what I'm saying, I'm
Does he
not
have the
sure.
discipline?
Does he have the discipline to
Time
do
will
that?
tell,
Hey.
innit? Time will
But for
tell.
me, it's Rashford as well. If I'm Rashford,
Again, but
what time you getting training,
Listen,
bro?
it's not just
I'm
these
gonna meet
two.
you there.
It's everyone. The whole club are going to fall into line with Ronaldo. The whole club.
Yeah, I believe that.
The whole club. Are you nuts? You've got Ronaldo.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime, bro.
wow, you know.
This is
It's an
it.
opportunity of a. So I hear what you're saying about the
They're
discipline,
not.
but
Not all of them are going to be
Bro,
good, but they're going to all be good.
I'm not. If I'm Mason Greenwood, I'm
Do
not
you
mucking
think-
about,
right,
bro.
cool. You know
Because
train-
think about
you know
it.
train ends
If
at
he
one.
has a
Hold on.
great career, the world's still gonna be there when he's
You know,
done.
you know, train that ends at one.
Yeah.
Just what I'm
You know,
saying.
train that ends at one.
Yeah.
You think everyone's walking off the pitch? They're waiting for Ronaldo to walk off the pitch. They're waiting for Ronaldo now.
It's like the bleak test with Milner. If we're at Liverpool, we've all got to beat Milner.
You can't beat
in the
Milner at the bleak test.
It ain't happened yet.
Yeah.
But that's what they do.
You
And
can't
that's what
beat
I'm
Milner.
saying. This is why I think the tide is turning, as much as it burns me, turning for United. Because you're making key signings. And I'm not just talking about your obvious Sancho's and that as well.
No, but even though the centre back,
within football that are being signed now, that are raising the levels at United.
Yeah, United
Another
will be a problem
difference
this
now
season.
is Pogba going to go next season?
I don't think he'll go.
With the players that they got.
I don't think he'll go.
I'm not gonna
I think he
lie.
needs to.
I think Pogba came into the season thinking I'm a shoulder.
Yeah.
So because he already had the Bruno Fernandes link up from last season. Yeah, someone that's on his level. Then you got Ronaldo coming.
Yeah.
And let's not forget Sancho.
And he's already started well before even Ronaldo was even coming. So I expect levels to be
That's what I'm
to
saying.
be high.
He's going to move into the middle. I think he's going to move into the middle next to.
I think he's
Fred.
going to make them key passes to Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Bruno?
without shadow of a doubt. Yeah,
Come on, man.
play that
Bro,
number
Portugal,
8
they play for
stroke.
country
It'll be good to
and
watch
club.
United play with Ronaldo. I just want to see the team.
Good.
I want to see
Country and
Sancho. I want
club.
to see what they're doing. I want to see what they're doing.
Lovely. So do I. I'm excited.
That
I'm
forward
excited.
midfield would be crazy.
That
Sancho,
Newcastle game
Pogba,
is going to be
Ronaldo,
mad.
and Fernandes. Oh, that would be a mad midfield.
I'm looking forward to seeing. Who's your goalkeeper though? Is it still the Gay or
It's
just?
got to be the guy. It's got to be
Not
the
Henderson?
guy. I'm not a Henderson fan.
You're not a Henderson fan?
Nah, I'm not.
Henderson,
I think.
Henderson is the future.
I don't even think he's. I think he's overrated.
By the way, what's Arsenal going on with these goalkeepers? Let's talk about Arsenal's goalkeeper situation.
Hold on, I haven't
don't
finished.
know.
Oh wait,
Hold
yeah,
on.
we got to stay on United. Come on, with the
So, how many goals do you think Ronaldo will score this season?
I think he's going to do 30
He's not
in all
scored.
competitions.
He's not
In
scored.
all competitions.
Yeah, I
How much
think
goals do you think he's going to score in the Premier League?
Easily 25.
Easily 25.
25. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe. Listen, the defenders.
As a Bridget, man.
Yeah,
As I said, if he hits 20,
That's wicked.
camera, I do not ever, and I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm meant to be hating you.
You can't. You
no
no Messi go to.
But Messi,
Listen,
I'm not going to lie. I think
listen,
that's dead already.
Listen,
I think it's dead already.
listen. You are dealing with. Forget. You are dealing with the best striker on earth. The best. Listen, the defenders in the Premier League are not going to be ready for the level of thinking and movement that this guy is going to bring. We already said Cavani. We were happy with him because of the level of movement. We're now on a different level to Cavani.
It's a problem.
It's going to be a problem. As I said before, we were having games where we only had 4 shots on target. You give Ronaldo 4 shots on target. See what happens. See what happens.
Like you said, you've got Pogba who's actually on fire at the moment.
Yeah,
You've got
Pogba,
Fernandes on fire. Like,
That's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
Pogba is going to be
No,
the
they're
key.
back. That's what I'm saying. You lot are back.
Pogba,
They're back.
you cannot. This is why I've always had an issue when people say Pogba hasn't lived up to his potential. Pogba only gets a strike against his name if the chance is finished. If he supplies 3 chances and they're not going in, we will forget about that.
Yeah, but you're
And
talking
because
about
the
Graham
game's lost or
Souness. You're
whatever-
talking about Graham
Graham
Souness, bro.
Souness,
Forget
yeah,
them, man.
Graham
Forget
Souness.
them, man.
If the
3
chance is not-
assists,
the
it's 3
chance is
assists,
not-
bro.
Yeah, but this is the whole point. It has to be put in the back of the net for it to be an assist. We have not had that killer man striker, it's exactly not Ronaldo, to put the ball in the back of the net. So now that he's here...
What's that, since Van Persie?
Since Van Persie, well, you can say that, but Pogba wasn't here in Van Persie. So we
No, but I'm
can't-
saying since you had that
yeah,
killer
since
striker.
we that. So now, Pogba's numbers this season, especially in assists, it's going to look dramatic. It's going to look like what we paid 80 million for. So now, when he now sits back at the table in January, because there's no way Man United can let him go, I don't know what's going to happen, because obviously Ronaldo's on 480, which again is for me is a steal. We're going to have to sit. We're going to have to negotiate something because he can't go, innit? So on that note, Ronaldo definitely is hitting 25 easily. I'm just being
25
conservative.
Premier League.
Premier League goes. I'm being conservative for you lot. I'm on a nice guy tip today.
He said being
Yeah, I'm being conservative. for
He's
you
being
lot.
conservative for
I
us.
believe that.
I swear, I believe
It
it.
is what it is.
I believe it.
Like I
If he
said,
gets 20
20
goals.
goals.
In the Premier League, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm meant to be hating, and it disturbs
Can
me.
you put the camera on him? Can you?
No,
we
the
just-
can hear him. We can hear him. We
The
can hear him.
last 2 weeks, it bothers me that I have to speak in such light about
United, yep, I know.
If he gets 20 goals this season in the Prem,
It's a madness.
we cannot have this. No longer have this.
There isn't.
ball
There isn't.
in the barbershop.
There isn't.
We can't have.
We don't even discuss Messi.
I
don't even discuss
Do
it.
you know what though? For the Premier League, I think it's a great thing. Just thinking about it. 'Cause you got, like I said,
bro.
you got Chelsea doing bits.
Come on, man.
United now. look
It's
like
a
they're doing
four-horse
bits.
race.
And you see for City now, they actually got real competition for more than
Yeah.
one team.
It's a
And,
four-horse
and,
race.
and this is 4. Oh, and Liverpool.
Man
of course,
City.
Liverpool.
Manchester United, Liverpool, and Chelsea.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting with Liverpool. And Rob, no disrespect. Obviously, I know last season was a problem because no defenders, but the squad's not really invested. Like Jota's doing his thing.
It's depth. Our problem is depth.
You ain't got the
If
depth.
one stays fit, I believe we win the.
But it's the longevity because you got to think the 38 games to put the Champions League.
I agree.
I don't think it's sustainable.
That's the key
I don't
part.
think that your team's sustainable.
And I say there's two caveats. If we can, the majority of our squad stays fit, and Navigator plays more than 3 games in a row. I said this last week. We have a very, very strong chance of winning the league.
Do you reckon?
But the
I
difference
can't
between
see
I
it.
don't think he's
I
really,
can't see it.
I don't
I
really
can't
think
see
he's
it.
lived up
No.
to his reputation.
I just personally just see that City are City. They've got a mad. Their benches is ridiculous. Man United now it is a proper problem, and Chelsea are a big problem.
Yeah, they are.
Big
They
problem.
are.
So those 3 clubs that stand out above Liverpool right now. Let's feel that if Liverpool would have signed 2 or 3 players, one in midfield definitely.
We still got a few days.
I just, they won't do
Still got a
it
few
because you know
days.
what? That's why I kind of rate Liverpool. Liverpool are not that club. They're not that club that will. They spent 75 million on Van Dijk, yeah, but they don't go out and just spend lavish money on players.
No, but you know them. They like to do their research.
They
So
do
they
their
still
research.
might pop up in
And
the
Klopp-
in the next few
Klopp-
days.
and that's
It's
why.
our business model to do our research and then wait
And then-
until they're
They're not trying to rush.
We do it all the
They're
time.
not doing an Arsenal
So
thing.
don't get me wrong, I'm not confident, but
Yeah.
it will, this
I
will
just-
surprise
I
me.
just-
They do another
No.
job.
Yeah, I think obviously, yeah, fourth is obviously definitely looks like Liverpool potentially. I mean, we could do something crazy, doubt it, but we could do.
I mean, now that you kept Kane, you might drop in the top 4.
How do you feel when? Oh no, we're gonna come on to all that, innit? The whole Kane situation.
Yeah, so.
I was gonna ask you, Rob. In regard, if you let's say right now, obviously talking on Liverpool and the transfer, who would you actually bring in terms of strengthening? Who could you see is a?
Harry
I
Kane.
don't know if you're gonna look. Will it be a case of looking to the future, so bringing in a younger talent? Because you've already done that. Let's be honest. You
Definitely
brought in.
It's a double-edged sword because if you talk about looking to the future, there's players out there now that you can say the future are done in dances now.
Yeah.
Profile-wise,
Yeah.
they're there. Money-wise, you're gonna have to wait a season for someone like a Haaland. Mbappe, he's down with you. He's gonna go with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think we need a creative midfielder.
Yeah.
This is why I said to
But
you.
then that
remember-
breaks up your style of playing.
Bruv, listen, but remember what I said to you?
like long ball.
Fernandez. I said to you.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
that season, That was the player
I
wanted.
want
He
yeah,
did.
I said
yeah.
to you, you cut his goals from Portugal in half. It's still a
Madness,
madness.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah.
And
But
that-
then saying that, if you play Fernandez, remember, we funnel everything through Fernandez. If you was to play that now, where your goals come from, let's be honest, Trent and Robertson or the new kid who's, I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling him still. But that's your tack, Richie, your wing backs to supply.
Fernandez has got a pass in him, innit?
He has, but then the ball has to go, the thing is, the ball has to go into him, which now makes you predictable.
No, but I feel like our midfield's workmanlike.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But I feel that would, and I think that's the difference. I think Fernandez would probably do even better.
Better,
in
yeah.
The Liverpool team, the United team, only because you haven't got those kind of midfielders.
Nah, but see again, I'm
But then
rating.
you won't see the ball as much, though, because you're
When you play, no, but
predominantly going down the wings.
when they play,
You play probably more advanced.
no, but when they play Scott
don't
McTominay
know,
and
man.
Fred,
Yeah, that's the best tandem.
no, but if they play them two with Thingy, then it works. But so you're right in what you're saying because if you've got your workers around my man, it gives him more space.
So I want personally a player like that. But we're going for that youth from Brighton, so.
Oh,
Can't have it all in it.
Singly like Ronaldo thing.
yeah,
We should get Welbeck.
no.
What's wrong with this guy, bro?
Baby.
That's what he does, you know. He just
Baby.
throws in random stuff,
Yeah,
bro.
I think we need. Ideally, I would say we need an out-and-out number at forward. But if I was really
I said that last week.
You do.
I'd go for the creative midfield.
Because you know
Because
what?
I said if they get an out and out
Jota's
striker, they'll be dangerous, man.
yeah, of course they would.
Salah, Mane, and a striker.
I'm not going to lie,
Jota's
you won't hear me say this again, but I actually like Jota in
Yeah,
that false
Jota-
nine.
That's a bad boy.
Jota's doing his thing.
He's one of those time runners.
Jota's saving Liverpool right now. And
Jota's
I'm-
been
and I'm not
doing-
being
he's been
disrespectful.
doing his- I think
He's-
from his landing,
from when
he's been
landed,
doing his thing.
exactly.
Yeah,
From when
yeah,
he signed, he's just scoring goals.
And that's why I
And
say
he's
like-
saving them.
Like Bruno Fernandes with Man United.
Look,
As soon as he lands-
see Salah's class. But
like
then
that, innit?
people
You
know how
can
to
see
play
a
against
little-
Salah now.
little
People know how to
smirk.
play against Mane. They know how to play against these people. Yes, you can't always stop them, but you can play against them. Jota, he's coming and doing a madness, and everyone's like, wow, what's
The
going on?
problem is Jota. He's got that kind of Lampard-esque
I was
run.
just about to say that. That
you
late
can't
run.
really- yeah,
that
you
he just
can't really
arrives
block.
at the right time.
The goal he scored last
Yeah,
week.
exactly.
He arrives at the right time.
I'm so glad, and it's no disrespect, 'cause I still think he'll come good. I'm so glad Pep Gundogan stepped in and said, "Allow Timo, both of Diogo, trust me," and Klopp listened to him. I'm so glad because I don't know how anyone else missed the Jota trip.
I think a lot of. I mean, before we done what we did, God knows how many times I said, "Well, I don't know how the Wolves squad is staying together." Because it should be
come
ripped
on,
to-
man.
it should
Even
be
now
ripped
that my
to-
man's left, someone should
Yeah.
be ripping that up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Arsenal should be ripping it up, bro.
Arsenal should be taking up.
100%.
Arsenal
Dude
should
that
be taking
replaced Jota, I can't remember his name. I can't
Neto.
No, that's
Is that his name?
Yeah, wicked
But he
player.
just come in and he's like,
He's coming and he's ready.
He's doing the man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's,
They find the right Portuguese players.
you could go in on that squad.
yeah, exactly. And bully it, and know the players will 100%. Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Straight.
Work
I don't
rate,
know
that's
how.
Because the way Pep allegedly dropped it to Klopp was, bro, Diogo, he said he got 20 goals the season before. He gets hat tricks when he's ready.
Yeah.
He got equal amount of goals on the left and right peg. Good in the air. Goal for this credit.
Yeah.
Timo ain't the one for us right now, and it paid off. There's gold in that Wolves team, bro.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
What would you do? What would you say the scenario with Firmino now, though? Because he's definitely gone off the bowl. His time's gone now. Isn't it?
That's what I said last week.
Off camera last week, or it was on camera. I'd say it was on camera.
Apart from Tottenham games, against Tottenham playing,
The
he
problem
scores.
with Firmino is he's a number 10.
Yeah.
That year we got 27 goals. That was the absolute
Peak of his
peak
peak,
of
yeah.
his powers. Everything since is number 10 like for me. So the reason he looks so bad for him is because he can't score at home, but he gets double figures every season away.
But the thing is, was he really there for the goals? Because I was always under the illusion it was for he's a linking up play, bringing others in. So, but he's not. He doesn't seem to be doing that now.
Gone
though.
now. He's gone.
Yeah, exactly. He's done.
He's done. His time's done.
Mane and Salah, yeah.
But the problem is, when he was in the fourth line, he was getting good positions and he banged 27 goals. So he set a bar that was so high.
He won't maintain.
But
Yeah.
do you know what it is? It's just. When I
But
hear
then even
Liverpool
so,
speak-
if you see him still feeding these two, I'm
still
sure
doing it.
he's
but you
not
know what?
feeding it.
But
He's played
I'm just
shocking in
not
certain
feeling-
games that I've seen.
I'm just
But
not
he still
feeling.
does it, but then he's missing a hatful of
goals,
And that's the
yeah.
thing.
And you revert back to Firmino scored 27 goals.
Yeah.
But when I
you
see
miss his
Firmino,
chances,
I get
apart
that,
from
I get
Tottenham game, like I said, when I see Firmino on a team sheet, I'm like, okay. Like it's not
not
wowing me.
impacting, yeah.
Like it's not wowing me. Like when I look at Chelsea now, I think, wow. Look at United, wow.
Well, it's
City, it's
Chelsea,
always
yeah.
wow. I'm just looking at Liverpool, I'm like, yeah, Salah, he's gonna come on his left foot and he's gonna shoot. Mane's just gonna.
You can't stop it though.
No, this is the thing. But
I think you can. A lot of people do stop
teams
it.
are starting
But
to
don't get me wrong, he
not
does
go
get
through
in the chance where
he will
he'll
always get
in,
chance
yeah.
because of the midfield that Liverpool have and the fact that they've got two fantastic wing backs.
Of course.
Okay, so he always get
yeah.
chances.
Yeah.
But it's
That's all, but I hear what
It's
you're saying,
her.
but that's all we really need.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
numbers
like,
don't lie.
It's, unfortunately, I
Like,
can't stand
Mane
him.
had an off season last year, but in general, their numbers.
They
do not
no,
lie.
they
They're
don't.
like
They
20
don't
goals a
score
season.
Yeah.
Between them.
You've got
Between
Liverpool
them.
have got a lot of
Yeah,
match
yeah.
winners, and that's what you've got. Match winners.
Because if we're
But
talking
we
about.
need match winners in
But you need-
football.
this
This is our biggest Achilles heel.
You need to try and talk to Levy with 160 million today and say bang.
For who?
And say bang.
For who?
160.
For who?
Kane, man.
You lot need Kane. I'm not gonna lie. If you lot lose Kane,
Yeah, I believe that.
it's like saying if Arsenal lose Aubameyang, bro.
No,
You don't want to lose Aubameyang.
You really, it doesn't
You don't want to
really
lose
matter for us.
Aubameyang, bro.
No.
Don't want to lose Aubameyang, bro.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say
One
that.
thing I always said as a
Don't say
Liverpool fan, don't hold these players up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Every Torres, there's been a Suarez.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Look, as a Spurs fan,
Every Bell, you got better after
cool.
Bell.
Listen.
Not everybody is Ronaldo and
Listen,
Henry. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Say that again. Not everyone's
Not everyone's
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo and Henry, man.
You know what? Henry sold you lot a dream, man. I feel sorry for Arsenal fans.
Why?
Because of Henry. Henry and Wenger come, they mash it.
And who?
and Wenger. They
Are
come
you
and
look
mash
at
up
too
the
much
club.
social media?
No, but it's
I've
true,
seen
though.
that picture too.
No, but it's true.
What's the club? What?
I've seen that picture
What
too.
Henry.
You're trying to say we didn't have fans before
No,
Wenger
I'm not saying you didn't
and
have
Henry
fans.
came.
I didn't, not fans, aspirations. You didn't have aspirations. You didn't have Invincibles. You didn't have Champions League finals. You didn't have Champions League. Before
No, you can't
Henry,
say Champions League final.
no,
It's
no,
finals, you
yeah,
said.
final.
No, he
Yeah,
can.
final.
He can.
Henry did something for Arsenal that made you lot think that you were better than what you actually are.
He did.
And he did that.
All he done was continue scoring goals
No, he did
as
I agree with him.
As
so-
Ian
I
Wright
agree.
Arsenal
did.
better.
as Anelka did.
Look, before
I said this last week. We're always gonna listen. I said this last week. Hold on. We're always gonna have strikers.
Before Wenger,
It's just
Arsenal
no defence,
were
no
12.
goalkeeper, no
Arsenal were
midfielder,
12.
no manager.
Before Arsenal walked into your club,
Yeah.
and you had whoever you had before, Arsenal were about like 12th, 11th, 10th. They were that type of. They were mid-table club.
Nah, they weren't. There was at
They-
least
no, they
anywhere.
weren't.
What
They
is
were
he
top 10
talking
club.
about?
All right,
No, that's weird. Still, they were a top
Thank
10
you.
club easily.
Look at it. Look at the stats. Look at the stats before.
You said
Wenger
12.
come. 12 to 10, 8th. No, it doesn't make no difference. You're not playing in Europe. That was Arsenal.
Okay.
Then Wenger come along and he transformed Arsenal.
But when did you look?
And then what happened from that is people around here,
Round here.
Round here.
I love this area.
around here, were like, oh my gosh, this team are doing this. Let's drop out Man United.
Yup. No.
Who are you
People
saying
round
that? Man
here.
United fans,
You're
man.
forgetting Ian Wright is from round here, bro.
And you're right.
You're saying Henry.
I love Wright.
What's the
I
years?
love both guys.
What's the
But I'm
years
just
between?
saying, I'm just saying.
What is the years
I'm
gap
just saying.
between
I'm just listen,
Ian
listen,
Wright
listen,
and Thierry Henry
Wait,
playing?
let me finish. Wait, let me finish.
Oh,
Yeah,
what are
and
you
you're
saying
talking about Michael.
Oh!
Let me finish.
Talk about baby Mike.
Is it?
Let me finish. Let me finish. But we just spoke about this. We spoke about this. Let's not do it on camera.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's not do it on camera.
It's not a real football fan or a fake football fan, but if you don't go to games, man, just get your
But
hair,
like,
just
no,
get your trim.
but
Just get your trim.
Yes, been to a game.
Because like I said,
I've been
been to- you say he's been to a
I thought he was gonna say me.
I've been to Old Trafford more than this guy.
So bye.
I've been to Old Trafford more than this guy wearing Tottenham shirts. Why not?
Yes, please. Please bring it next week.
Please do.
Yeah.
Get me one as well. Everyone that's been to Old Trafford more than you. Anyone that's been to Old Trafford more than Mike, everyone get a BP badge, everyone. That's a whole shop. It's a whole shop.
You need to go to watch your team, man. I mean, listen. No.
No, not on TV.
Listen,
It doesn't count.
especially now Ronaldo's back. You need to make
Dude
your way up
can't
there.
defend you. He's laughing. Dude can't defend you. He's like, yeah. Look, this is too much.
Look at Mike. No one is shaking.
Edit this.
Now, you need to get up there, though, man. You need to get up there.
Go
Alright,
see
can
it.
we just move on anyway? I want to talk about something else.
It's not even the thing. Well, Ronaldo's back though.
You need to get up there. 100%.
You need to see Ronaldo.
He's
to
going.
get up
He's
there.
going to go
You
though.
need to see Ronaldo play live.
He's going.
They need to go up there.
Well, I'm not even thinking him. I'm just saying.
No. Do you know? Hold on. Do you know why I'm saying? Do you know why I'm saying that?
See Scholes.
Hold on, Aston. Do you know why I'm saying that? Because he probably didn't see Ronaldo in the first run.
That's what I'm saying. You need to see him.
So you need to see
You
him
need to
now.
see him. He was good.
He's going to go.
You need to
He's
see.
he's
Do you know-
100.
do you know-
He's been.
no, no.
He's going to see Ronaldo on the second one.
need to.
Guaranteed.
Maybe. You missed.
Guaranteed.
You've been
Why
Why
Scholes.
can't we move on? Let's talk about something else. Let's go
But, yes.
back to Arsenal.
No.
That's
Let's
what
go
I'm
to Spurs first.
All right, let's Spurs. I'll
Yeah?
take that.
Yes.
Transfer window's nearly closed.
Yes.
Harry Kane has confirmed that he's staying.
Yeah. Guys.
How do you feel?
I love the
Nah.
way that song went.
Do you know what?
down, so-
I think he should have gone. I think Levy should have sanctioned it because, like you just said, Rob, after Kane, we could have used that money to actually invest in the squad because Enoch don't invest in the
But the
squad.
money you used
What-
for Bell, you invested in what happened?
What happened?
How much players do you buy with that belt? 3, 4 players, isn't
Seven
it?
players. Well, Everton,
squad, yeah.
Ericsson had a good career, Tottenham career.
Yeah,
Oh, you
he
bought
did.
Ericsson with that money.
You can
Yeah.
say
Everton,
Lamella, yeah.
Lamella,
He
yeah,
done
good
all right. He
career.
done well.
I mean,
So I mean,
the
it
goal
is-
against Arsenal.
It is.
What else?
It is.
Well,
What
a good
goal?
goal.
What goal against Arsenal? Oh, the goal last season, the Rabona.
The Rabona.
Oh, it was quite a
That
goal.
was a man.
That's worth.
That's some FIFA.
What was it? 30
That's some
that you paid for
FIFA
that
stuff.
time or
I hear
something
you.
like that?
But at the
I
end-
paid
That's
at
goal
the
of the
end
season.
for that.
It was
Yeah.
goal
At
of the
the end
season,
of
wasn't
the
it?
day, Enoch won't invest in. And do you know what it is? We've got a poor Liverpool blueprint. Like you just said there regarding investing in young players, you do your research first. It feels to me that we always try to buy the cheap alternative.
So you mean like
So-
Arsenal, basically?
Buy the worse than Arsenal. Fernandes for United, we went to United. We could have bought him beforehand if we'd offered more money. Didn't want to do it.
Arsenal.
Let's go back to Grealish. We offered Josh Aluma, or whatever his name is, and like 8 million for Grealish. When all they wanted was 25 million. Now, he's worth 100 million. Like, it's just dumb business.
Is he worth 100 million though?
Grealish.
We'll get
Grealish
onto
is a
that.
baller.
But
Grealish is a baller.
he's a baller. But is he 100 million?
We have to remember what
Is he
we're
100 million?
talking about here. When we say, because I have this conversation on a day-to-day basis, no man is worth 100 million.
Yeah, it's not that.
But what they're potentially going to make off of that person, he's worth 100
If they
million.
win the Champions League, they get 100.
It's not even so much that. The
No, but
stock
they
of the
do.
club goes up when you sign, when you're seen to be signing.
British players.
Yeah, because he's British.
Listen,
Yeah, because he's
all
British.
I'm saying is Tottenham.
Remember, it's a premium for English players, isn't it?
Tottenham.
It's the same with White. It's the exact same. When
That's
you're
what I said.
British or British, there's a premium.
Exactly.
He might only be worth 70, 75
Exactly.
in real terms.
But because he's English, there's an extra whatever, which therefore, when you put it, Harry Kane, it's not 160, but because he's English, England captain,
No, but
top goal
let's get
scorer.
straight.
That's
When-
why you want
when
silliness like
when
that.
you throw down
mean-
100 million for Grealish, you know you have
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
you
Harry
have
Kane
to.
is
You have
20
to
goals
do
plus
every
a season.
Every season.
Yeah.
I think
And you know
we're
what?
forgetting what football is now. When we're looking at a man at 100 million, it's
yeah,
more
yeah,
the
yeah.
business
It's
side
business,
than the
it's
social
social
media.
media,
But you see, Kane,
Shirt sales.
Shirt sales, what?
Kane is a professional, and like I said regarding Ronaldo and the training, Kane's that guy for Tottenham. Kane's the guy that spends more time on the training ground after everybody else has left, doing his shooting, doing his things, because he wants to be a GOAT. He wants to be a greatest. He's not going to be the GOAT, but he wants to.
I
be
mean, he's
a
gonna
world-
break Alan
he's gonna- he
Shearer's
wants to be-
records.
He wants, well, hopefully, he wants to be a worldie.
gonna break Alan Shearer's
And to do that, you have to sacrifice.
If he keeps scoring at the
to
rate that he scores
But the thing is, cool, keep him. I'm happy that we kept him. But what are you putting around him? Because he needs a madman. He needs mad players around him. You can't have someone like Harry Kane and not then feel the need to invest and put solid people around him. You know? And Tottenham don't do that. Tottenham don't do that. For too long, we've had too much dead.
What's that?
Ndombele. I love Ndombele. I do. I think he's a great
That
player.
situation's crazy.
However,
Very crazy.
he's not. He's that party guy. That guy that don't want to do nothing.
Easy.
No, he's that guy.
I know.
And you know what? Me and Tosh will go back and forth, and he's right. He's not serious. The guy's not saying, how are you going to be worth 54 million and you're not serious? You're not about this life. Like you're dumb. So you need to go. Yeah, kick out, man. Go wherever. Innit? We just use him as bait. Let's go to Bayern and swap him with someone, or go to Inter and swap him with someone. Just swap him. Get him out of the club. Sissoko, rest in peace, Sissoko. 6 years and all that, 200 games and 5 goals. Yeah, you got
On Watford, you know.
Yeah, but you know what? It is what it is. We just need to clear the deadwood.
Tottenham fans cannot moan about that player. Shall I tell you?
No, I'm not moaning about
I'm
Sissoko.
not saying. I'm just saying.
6 million. It was 6 million a year.
But he cost you 5 million a season.
No, 6 million a
If you
season.
left-
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
6. If you left after one season, you got him for 6
Million.
million.
Listen, I
And
don't.
Newcastle, and you get the profit, and Newcastle being bummed.
Listen. No. I'm just saying. There's too many dead woods. Dyer, I don't know what Dyer's still doing in his team.
I think he's a good player.
But no, take him.
I don't want to take him. I just said I think he's a good player.
Might be the Granny Chapel of Tottenham.
Listen.
allow it.
Listen. There's too
Why
many
do we
dead
even
woods.
got
But
to
the thing
mention?
is,
I feel like we mention Xhaka every week.
but you see,
I did say, why does Xhaka seem to be ever present in every team he features?
Every single.
But it's the same with Dyer,
brother, the only way. Listen.
He must be a beast.
The
I think
only-
that's
no,
exactly.
he's not.
That's,
The only
that's why
way-
I'm saying he's a
the
good
only
player.
way Tottenham are going to improve is if they fully back whoever is leading that team. And the only way they're going to fully back that team is by investing in not young players that are for the future. Invest in someone who's going to go into that first 11 and make a difference.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. I thought Nuno.
that
I
costs
thought
money.
Nuno would have done like a Mourinho and bought
What?
some players.
Look him.
along with
but
it.
he still got to add money with that, though, innit?
Look what he did for Wolves. You're just talking about Wolves. That was Nuno's team. Nuno did a madness with that team. He was backed. Yes, it wasn't backed in terms of getting the richest
top
players.
four, yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. It wasn't backed in terms of getting like an £80 million player, but it was backed with players that he needed, that played his system, that would actually benefit
Play
and
their
improve
roles.
their first team.
Yeah.
All I've
But you
seen
know,
is
every
one-
manager has
all-
their
all I've
favourite
seen is
player.
one
So I
centre-back
thought there
come
would have been
in.
one or
I'm
two.
seeing one
that would have
centre-back come in.
snapped up from.
But the thing is, he's at a contract. The players are at contracts at Wolves, and Tottenham have to. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying
have
about
to get the money to.
I'm not
to
talking
pull
about
him
going
out,
back to
innit?
Wolves and raiding Wolves. I'm talking about my man would know that there's players out there that will play in his system that will better improve our first 11.
Yeah, but I say that all the time. You have to go out there and spend 180
Nah,
million. There's
just
players in the
give
Premier
him-
League
Give him the money. Just give him the money that he needs. And he'll probably only need about 150 million. And in today's market, if you finish top 4 or 5 in the league, you're getting that money back. Just give him the money he needs to get some attacking midfielders in.
Who would you buy?
To be honest with you, I'm out the loop in that sense.
Or where would you
I'll
start from? Like-
Start from flipping out. We need another centre back.
I would
We need a right back.
just the goalie because I think
See Hugo. No, I think we've just got that other goalkeeper that I don't know. I need to give him a chance. But Hugo,
He's been there a long
he
time.
gets shaky at
he
stages
gets
in the
shaky, but you
season,
know what?
wouldn't it? You'll stay with him basically. You wouldn't.
You like him?
I'll give him this season. I'll give him this season.
So you need a
I'll
centre
give him this
back,
se-
you need a
We
right
need
back.
another centre back. We need another right back.
Okay, who else?
We need. I'll go with another defensive midfielder
Okay,
next to
that's three.
Højbjerg. Yeah, well, we need about 5 players.
But that's more than 150 mil though.
No, but you don't know what I'm saying. There's people on last year's of their contracts that you can get. There's this player that at Lyon that everyone wants to flip in. Everyone wants
Who's that?
that great guy. with-
Camavinga?
No,
What?
I know who you're talking about.
Ayor or whatever his name is.
I don't know what to speak.
He's I've not seen him
That's
play,
a joke, man.
But I'm hearing that he's.
Because they want to get rid of him.
That's why.
I'm
innit?
hearing that he's pretty decent. I don't know
He's
too
good.
much about
No,
him.
he's a
I'm
good
hearing
player,
he's pretty
man.
decent.
Good player.
He's an attacking midfielder. We need an attacking
That's what
midfielder.
we need, bro.
The
That's
thing
what
is,
we need.
Why is no one buying this? Man?
Nuno, I don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I've always seen him as a bit of a defensive coach first.
No, because again, you're thinking of Wolves. Wolves, he had.
Yeah,
to.
but that's the
he
whole
was at
point.
Valencia before, innit? He was doing his thing at Valencia.
Yeah, but was he attacking? I don't remember free flowing attacking
He used to
football.
have 2 up front at Valencia.
Yeah, but
he's
two
played
up front
4-4-2.
doesn't necessarily mean. At the time, you have to remember that's a different
And
time
Wolves,
frame
and
of
Wolves,
football.
when Wolves first
Football's
bust,
evolved
alright,
from
cool.
then.
Think back 2 seasons or 3 seasons when
Yeah,
Wolves
look,
first
Wolves.
bust.
Yeah, but
Wolves
again,
doing
it was
bits.
a lot of counter-attacking football, sitting deep and hitting teams on the break.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the first 2 games, I didn't see the Wolves game. I didn't actually watch that match. I was away at Lebanon. But the City game was more counter-attacking, I'd say, for the first 20 minutes. But then we took control of the game. I feel like we took control of the game in terms of we had more of the ball in the final third. We weren't really sitting back. And
To be honest, I feel that's a City sort of like mechanism. Like they will dominate easily for the first half, and providing you keep them out, you kind of everyone seems to get into the game and kind of get them on the
Going back,
ropes.
we need a
later
second
stages
striker.
of the game.
We need a second striker. We definitely need a second
We
striker.
got Sondo and Kane though.
Son's not a striker. Son's
a winger.
Yeah.
Wing forward.
But what I like to see this season, what I've liked so far is Bergwijn actually come back to Bergwijn who we sold. Oh, sorry, who we signed. Mourinho killed this guy's confidence. And it's nice to actually see him coming back out, taking people on. He's not finishing.
You weren't you happy with Mourinho that coming though? You weren't happy with him though? Because you said
I
he
wanted Poch to stay. But I was happy that
so
we
you
had a
want Poch
winner.
in?
I was happy that we had a serial winner with us. But the only way a serial winner's going to win is if he's backed. And he weren't backed. Like, he weren't backed like that. Mourinho needs a £600 million squad. Like, and Levy ain't doing that. So,
But that's why I said when it happened, I was so confused
But he was promised money though. Sounds
what
like-
that was about. What was that project about?
I don't know,
Because
but-
Mourinho is a money man and Levy's.
But Levy realised after 2 weeks of Mourinho, he's like, well, why don't I give it a Poch? What did I do? It was dumb. It was a dumb decision. Poch said,
I mean, it's worked out for Poch, isn't it?
of course it has, and I'm happy for Poch. Poch said the squad needs invested. The squad's stale. He said that 3 years ago. It's only now we're getting rid of these players. Like, it don't make no sense. You've waited 3 years to get rid of Sissoko, to get rid of Lamella. Like, it don't make no sense. And there's more. Winks needs to go. Winks needs to go. There's a bag of them that needs to go.
I say we just round up Tottenham, just sold it up, just HMRC round up the club.
So,
and
no,
start
but
again.
for Tottenham this season, on the serious note, though, I think for Nuno started off well.
When do you man think you will like
Finish.
When do you man think you will actually win something? Because obviously it's been a long, long time now.
What's the expectation?
Yeah, that was my
Listen,
next question I was going to ask because,
I think.
like I said last week, but you wasn't here. With all the goals Kane's been scoring consistently, how have you not managed to win anything?
I don't know.
Because how many times
Do you
have you
know what?
won top striker?
We've been to like 3 or 4 finals in the last like 5, 6
Yeah,
years.
but then
And
that's
it's
my other
poor.
thing.
No, and it's poor.
Sacking Mourinho before that game is like, what does the club
that's
want?
bad. That's bad.
What does the club want?
That's anarchy. bro.
Look,
Who was in charge again? What was his name?
Mason. Look. For me personally,
In a final,
the only
when
way,
they haven't won anything for
the
40
only
years.
way, Tottenham start winning trophies is by changing the board. Get rid of the board.
Let's forget all that talk. That's
But you
dreamland.
can't- I mean-
Everyone wants that Arsenal.
No.
We all want
But
that.
yeah,
But,
Yeah.
sorry,
Innit?
sorry to sidetrack. I meant to be producing it, yeah. But ain't that starting to annoy you now?
What in it?
Every fight, he's like, get rid of like, no matter how well they seem to be doing, we're all moaning about the same
It
thing,
is
bro.
because we've got two things going on here. We've got a business side and we've got a
business
football
side.
side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And the football side want to win. The
Yeah.
business side want to sustain.
yeah. This
The
is it.
sustainability is more impactful for their pockets than it is to win a trophy. We all know this. Arsenal were getting into the top 4 for how many years? And they were seeing it as a trophy because
It was paid at 50
money-wise,
million,
money-wise, it is a trophy.
It helps to attract
You know,
players.
sports, in terms of the business end, you know how revered Daniel Levy, for example, is, right? You know, he's considered
Yeah,
the guy, bro.
but this is it. He's the guy that no one now in football wants to deal with. Hence why we've had to get football directors in, because no club's talking to Levy because Levy's doing a madness. Levy would say to you, "Oh yeah, I want to take." Levy will go to Man United and say, "I want to take someone off you."
The football guy.
He's worth 10 million, but I want to give you 4. Like, he's worth 10 million. Give me the 10. I want to give you 4.
No, I want to give you 3
Like,
and
go
we'll talk
to.
about
Are you gonna
another
go to-
before.
I mean, you're not going to go to Tesco's, get your bill and say, "I'm not paying that."
We do that.
You go to Tesco's and say, "I'm not paying 120 million."
Daniel Levy clearly is such a miser and he moves mad. Because really and truly, like you said, poor man Liverpool's blueprint. That's the difference between him and Spurs right now. Because Michael Edwards does the same. He knows Wolves, he's worth 45 million. We'll give you 4 million now, and we'll pay you 10 million.
But you pay
And
him.
the rest
No.
On
But
performance
you
basis,
pay
yeah.
them the money.
I know, but what I'm
We
saying
don't
is-
pay the money. My man's worth 10 million. Levy's going in there saying, "Here's 4 million. I'm paying you 4 million." But he's worth 10. I'm paying you 4. Your man's saying, "I'll pay you 4 now. Then I'll give you 3 next year." But no, Levy's not saying that. Levy's just like, "I'm paying 4." So that's
Maybe
it.
it's the makeup of the deals that are being struck.
Levy's
That's
done,
it.
bro.
Levy's just being a bull in the china shop where Margaret Edwards is saying, "Okay, we can't really afford to pay you X, but based on appearances and success, then you'll get this."
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
But I remember
It's-
Arsenal did the same thing to you, man, when they bought what's that brother that always gets the Ox. You know what? When they bought Ox, they're like, you know what?
When Liverpool bought Ox.
When Liverpool bought Ox, you know, Ox only paid for he didn't pay for more than 30 minutes, like every match. There's something in the contract said, if you pay more than 30 minutes, you pay X amount to Arsenal. So some man do that.
Yeah,
So,
but what I think that's the thing. He's just a bit wild.
well, he has to.
moving wild.
Well, he's
But
Jewish.
what
He's
I'm
Jewish.
saying is
It's every deal, but it's every deal.
Right.
No, but it's every deal. It's draining. Just pay what he's worth. Like Van Dijk, you paid extra because you knew the quality. If you know this, but you know the quality. Whatever, you know the quality. If you know there's a quality to a player, pay the money. Just pay the money, get them in.
But again, to round that off, like what Man United done in a couple of hours, just go and get the player that you want,
But
man.
how quick was Man United? Ronaldo? How quick was that?
Yeah, it's crazy to think.
Because like I
how
said,
quick
in the
that was, yeah.
morning, it was all this
It
Man
was
City
literally-
talk.
I can honestly, you could actually put a
6
time,
hours.
about that.
6 hours to get a player. That's how long it should take.
Yeah.
I want you. How much you want? Cool. Let's get the agent here. Let's sign.
All that, I
not
think
hard.
that probably took about 20 minutes. It's getting the lawyers to draft
Yeah.
up the
Yeah,
contracts
all
and
that, all that.
finalise them.
6 hours. And this is what fucked me up.
You know what I mean, right?
Transfer
Now,
deadline
we've
day.
all been scammed.
Transfer deadline day. Yeah. How
Of course
quick?
we have. I said this to you in the group. Don't get it wrong. This Ronaldo thing, we
always
yeah.
happening, right?
always.
Of course it's
No,
happening.
just clock. Because we do the same thing, bro. You know, like the Champions League final, we lose, and all of a sudden, announce Fabinho.
Yeah.
We move with scam.
Even that Fabinho transfer, how long did that take?
Yesterday, there's a man here and he goes, "Don't believe what they say. Everything done already on the league."
But this is
They
why
just
I
push
keep
it
on
out
saying
there to get the
you
hype.
need to be worried about hype. If United
Yeah.
are not confident this season, you're fronting because issues changing now.
Man, see, you never
Issues
see
changing now.
They're gonna finish this job.
Come on, man.
Listen,
It's a play.
we signed Ronaldo. Listen, an hour
been
after.
drafted.
Listen, this is how you know. An hour after, I can show you the text. Man United are texting saying, "Have you got your season ticket? You haven't. You sign up now to get games for the Newcastle game." We've been had easily. I said it to you in the group yesterday, bro. Don't get it real twisted. We are being put
Because I
like.
was shocked at the whole Ronaldo was leaving Juve and he was going City thing.
Yeah.
He probably said that I didn't really penny.
Yeah.
But bro, I'm thinking,
Nah.
Never got said.
we've done stuff like this, bro.
Even when Gazza was trying to take shots at man, saying, right, sloppy seconds, I'm like, no, bro, this is done, bro. Like, the second we got clarification that he wants to go United, City was never on the cards. He used City to
Yeah,
push
yeah,
up,
yeah,
to
to push-
finalise
Yeah,
the thing,
yeah,
if
yeah.
anything.
Very loyal.
Yeah,
He wouldn't have gone to
He weren't going to see.
He weren't.
I think that was his agent.
yeah, doing what he's.
Agent and Highway. Very smart move.
Yeah.
He wanted United.
I love how we go
Because
back to
it
Ronaldo.
makes sense.
I love how we go back to
It
Ronaldo.
makes sense, but
We're going straight back to Ronaldo.
Do you think?
I think literally just
Do you think if he had gone City, do you know what those United fans would have done? Forget the legacy, the uproar that would have happened for the Glazers. They had no choice. They was almost forced into that because they had no choice. And where the money made sense, they had no choice.
Hey,
I
G.
said yesterday, now, sorry. United fans are happy but pissed because now they have to shut their mouths.
Yes, I said it to you, yeah. I said it. Don't get it twisted. I understand.
And listen,
it.
G. They don't want man turning back up at their house.
That's exactly it.
They don't want,
Yeah,
they don't
none
want,
of
the,
that.
they don't want
Listen,
the man them to come back out.
I
bro.
guarantee the man them are turning up at their house, but they're turning up with flowers, chocolates. Thank you, guys.
If we went to Man City,
I was always Glazers in, but you know, it was just rough at the time.
if we went to Man City, bruv,
Yeah,
man
no.
them would have
Listen,
been
if
turning
you go
up,
Man
bruv.
City, there would have been riots, nonsense outside the stadiums, fights for weeks, bins burning,
So look,
police getting
look,
duff up, everything.
Their
bro.
energy's really high. Your energy seems high. I'm like, what
You're just here, you're making up numbers.
but what Arsenal saying?
It's a big deal.
It's a good point.
that's
He's
what
in the Lakers top today, bro. All the
What's
other
Arsenal
shows,
saying?
this brother has come in
What's
with the
Arsenal saying?
sickest
Because
Arsenal tops.
I got a feeling that we're going to still finish top 6. What are you saying? Yeah, I actually think we're going to finish.
Should we talk about Arsenal now?
That's what. Yeah, I'm trying to like. We spoke about Ronaldo.
Or are you trying to switch gears and to change?
No, I just want to know
Before
what.
we do, I just want to give I'm looking at a camera. I just want to give a big shout out to Gaza because I think he needs some a mention. He's put a lot of energy, a lot of focus in the groups. I'm not even sure what camera to look at, but I just look everywhere. I just want to give him a big shout out, Gaz. Keep going, sunshine.
hope you're
Your
well,
time.
Gaz.
Hope you're well. Hope you're well.
About a lot of,
Gaza and Joe.
To be fair, Joe has calmed.
No, Joe-
now. He's
Joe
done
knows.
a big U-turn. Yeah, he's calmed down
Joe
now.
knows the levels, isn't it? Joe realizes.
But Gaz knows the levels, but he's just not
He just
going
likes
to
to
admit.
pull legs,
Yeah,
man.
he's just gonna
see what you.
death to his part.
Before this all started, and the layout was slightly different. I was sat around here. Rob was sat around where Mike is, and Gary was sat where Rob is now. And I said, look, the tide's changing in North London. He was like, looking at me all confused.
Weird. Yeah.
I said, the tide's changing.
That's a sick
in
way
North
to.
London.
That's a sick way to start. Because it's not.
You don't think
Because
it is?
because they've
not.
been finished on top of us.
You know,
Listen,
you know,
yo, hold on.
We just said
Hold
you used
on.
the top 4 as
Hold
a
on.
as
That
a
was your
trophy.
thing.
Hold on. Hold on.
because it's talking some let me.
You know what? Go on.
Hold on.
Why you got Arsenal top on today though? Just quickly.
One thing that I've got to say.
That yellow one I like still.
Yeah, come on, man. You know it was Kobe's birthday this week. Come on, man. I'm a big
Okay,
Lakers
okay,
fan, man.
okay,
You know
okay,
this,
okay.
man. But you don't get trophies
No.
for finishing above us.
No.
How can North London be white if you haven't won anything?
Okay.
Technically, North
No, just-
London's
just-
blue. Chelsea
just-
own the whole of North London.
Just
Let's
answer.
be real with it.
Just answer
you know
that. It can't be like you don't get trophies for finishing above us. In the last few years, you have been.
How long's
above us.
Aubameyang been at Arsenal for?
Sorry?
How long's Aubameyang been at
About
Arsenal?
4 seasons.
And, you know he's
And
never
how many things have
you
we
know,
won?
And you know he's never finished above Tottenham.
But how many things
How's
have we
your
won?
captain never finished above Tottenham?
How many things have we won?
He goes into the changing room going, yeah, boys, this season's our season. We're gonna do it. North London's red. We're gonna finish above. No, we're not.
Like I said, in the Premier League, I'm not going to argue with you. It's 38 games. At the end of 38 games,
You're
the
gonna argue
table
with them in Europe.
says.
But you
Europe?
can't. You can't.
Hold on, no.
you
The
can't-
table says. The table says. You lot have finished above us in the last. I don't know what it is. 4 or 5 seasons. Yeah.
Does it hurt?
Sorry.
Does it hurt?
Of course it does hurt. But they're still not winning trophies. That would hurt more. If they won the Champions League.
Pack it in, innit?
That won't never happen, let's be honest, man.
If they won the Champions
Well,
League.
come on, Sissoko was robbed.
Yeah.
Sissoko was
Aston
robbed. That
can host the
Sissoko
show.
was robbed.
I'm not even coming.
That wasn't even a
Because
penalty.
that would have hurt. That would have banned me.
That was like
But they
that.
haven't
It was
won
like that.
anything.
It went like that. It went like that. I don't know how that's a penalty. The ball hit his chest and hit his arm.
So that's my
madness.
problem.
Madness.
At the end of the day, you Man United fans, you anyway, not Duke as much. You, Man City and Liverpool, bro. Those are your neighbours.
Yeah, but he's got them now. Though.
What
They
is
got
the
them now.
mileage
That's what they're trying to say.
between
They don't have to back
North
that.
London
we don't
and Man
see it.
United?
It's done.
We ain't been competing with you, man, since what, the early 2000s?
right.
Alright, so thank you.
We haven't been, though.
Can you look in that camera and tell Gaza that? Just
We haven't
look
been
at
competing
him.
with you,
Haven't
man.
competed with United.
You know what? Yeah, I'm actually happy you said that. Do you know why I'm actually happy you said that? Not trying to be disrespectful here, but it's like you're actually one of the realest Arsenal fans that
I am.
But the thing
It is what
you
it
know,
is.
You know what annoys me the most is Gazza and Joe. They just talk so much.
But
crap.
that's why I just said to Aston, 38 games in the Premier League, I can't argue with him. They've been better than us.
And that's what.
But they're not winning anything.
But so I said the tide has changed. So the tide has changed then because we've been better than you. Before
it
then,
hasn't.
what are you talking about?
Your trophy cabinet is like these man were saying before we went live.
Our trophy
You
cabinet's always
moved
been
from
empty.
Shite
Our
Hart
trophy cabinet's
Lane
been
to
empty.
whatever you call this
Our
place
trophy cabinet's
now.
empty. Yes.
With
we
I
have one.
care.
Yes.
Empty trophy cabinet.
we are judged.
Football is about winning. So in the Premier League, you're winning more games.
And we are finishing
But in
higher than
terms
you.
of
We are getting more-
trophies,
Okay,
you're not
look,
winning
you've
anything.
won 1 or 2 FA Cups.
We haven't
Well
won
done.
1 or 2, bro.
Well done.
In 5 years, we haven't won 1 or 2.
Oh, you won 3.
Why? What have you won though?
Simo.
Well, you're saying 3
You know
like it's
this.
nothing.
You know
the
this.
FA Cup is the biggest domestic
But
trophy
look, it's a
in
draw,
this
it's a
country.
cup.
And we've
If
won
you
3.
No way. Because you know what?
Premier League got more money. But
course it
I'm
has.
telling everyone, the FA Cup is the biggest trophy. From a non-league straight up have to play for it. So that's the biggest trophy.
Brother, all around the world they watch the FA Cup.
It's okay. So with cups. Okay. Yes. How many games do you play in the FA Cup? 4 games. You play 4 games in the FA Cup.
Don't say that because you haven't managed to win
4
one.
games. If you get good draws, if you get your Bournemouth,
What
your
happened to you?
Leeds,
No, it's fair to say it's a big
You're
element
shooting
of luck,
yourself in the
really.
foot right now.
luck, bro.
You're shooting yourself in the foot right now.
How am I?
It's 4 games. So what's going on with you guys?
Does anyone want a supermote? It's on me. I'm on that kind of entity. Clearly got enough supermote in there.
But Aston, you cannot argue. I can't argue with what you're saying about the Premier League. I put
So
my
we're
hands up.
judged over 30.
You've been better than us.
I know we have.
But your trophy cabinet is empty.
It's not empty. Look, you're saying it's empty.
What's
How
in
is it
there?
empty?
Okay, there's no addition. There's no addition.
There's more European Cups than your.
there's no
battle
addition.
was.
How far do you want to go back?
That's what I have to do. Our
We don't
trophy
have to
cabinet is
do
all
that.
about
We're talking
history.
about the last. We can talk about the last 10 years, or we can talk about the last 5
We all
years.
know this.
We don't want to
all
talk
know
about 40 years
the
ago.
infrastructure
It's
of our
true.
club is
Because,
true.
like Duke
Years
said,
ago is
we
not.
don't want to talk
not.
about us
But
not
that's
being
our
here.
history.
I don't want to talk about football that I need to watch on YouTube.
I'm talking about.
I want to talk about football that I've been here
I'm
to
talking
witness.
I'm talking about our bread and butter, our league, the Premier League.
You've been better than us. There's no
Thank you. So the
argument.
tide changed. So the tide changed.
No, because you're not winning
Khalid.
anything.
You got bottle, bro.
You're not winning anything.
Brother, are you Europe this season?
No.
Brother, the tide's
Are you
changed.
going to win Europe this season?
We should do. I mean, let's get it straight.
What?
Because my thing is,
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
hey, Duke, we're not all getting one.
Yeah, grab it. I said 2. I said I don't know if there's enough in there, though.
I'm being serious now. If Tottenham don't
Get
win this,
what you want.
Tottenham don't win this
Duke's fucking us up, man. Ronaldo.
Oh, it's on me. Go,
Ronaldo.
go. Oh, you don't get
Do we get breakfast as well? You getting patties?
No. Drink.
I said patties.
But go on,
Oh, you don't get one. Get one if you
5
want.
minutes left. Go on.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I got the
we
keys
should
still.
be winning this Europa Conference League bottom B
But
league
then when you
thing.
win
thing
that,
today.
but when you win that, what happens next?
No. I'm not gonna lie. Remember when we had a drought for time?
Can you answer
Then
the
we won
question?
the FA Cup. Sometimes
Wes,
you just need to
Wes,
win something.
Wes,
to get over the line.
Wes,
Yeah,
please
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
hold on. When you win it, what happens next?
We win another cup, and then another.
No,
cup.
because when you win the Europe, what's it? B League, the first time ever playing it, yeah.
Oh, where'd you go?
Yeah, where'd you go?
Europa League.
Okay, cool. All right, I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
No.
But you know what? Do you know what's funny though?
What, for
Arsenal
next
won't be getting
season?
it. Yeah, but Arsenal won't be getting it. So
We won't be getting it.
we won't get
But if
Arsenal.
we were in it, we got more chance of winning it than you.
We
Because
win
we
that
win trophies.
We win the Europa whatever league. We never get
It's
Arsenal.
a new competition.
Oh.
Wait.
Hey, you know,
So how does it work? So
they'll
let's say you hit top
get
4
they'll
and you
get
win
bragging
that.
rights to say
You
they
go
won it for
straight
the
to
first time.
Champions
Never.
League or-
That's what they were saying. It. We won it first.
give our place to
We won
Arsenal.
it. Yeah, we won.
Hold on. Let me talk to
let-
Uncle. Let me talk to Uncle, yeah? Uncle. Yeah? Aston's saying in the Premier League, Spurs have been better than us.
1000%.
So I said to him, over 38 games, over the last 4 or 5 years, they've been better than us. Yeah? I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to Aston is,
Yeah.
football is about winning trophies. If you haven't won a trophy in 40 years as our rivals, to me, you can't chat to us.
Our
You don't
business
get a
model.
trophy.
Our business
Hold
model
on, I'm
isn't like
talking
that.
to Uncle. You don't get a trophy for finishing above us.
He's right. He's actually right.
But how
He's
long
right.
has Arsenal seen this bandwagon of to get trophies? Let's finish top 4. How long? Please,
Yeah,
explain that.
Yeah, I can hear
Don't
what
say
you-
Arsenal.
To be
Say
fair,
me.
in his defense,
But the
football
thing is-
now, it's about winning trophies, yes, but it's also, because of the business side of him, It's about progression now. It's not just
I'm
because
not saying that I would
only
love to
one
finish in
team
the top
can win a
four
trophy.
or be in
No,
the
no,
Europa
but-
League. Of course I would, but we're not. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
but-
to him, even if we was,
But
yeah,
where
yeah,
he's
but
floating-
wise,
where
we have
he's
more
floating
chance
now
of winning
is
than
that
them.
Tottenham are further than
because they
you
don't
lot.
win
They're more
No, but
closer,
Jude, we're looking
more
at
established.
we're looking at it. We're not looking at it as a business side at the moment. We're looking at it as a fan side.
Okay,
and as a fan side,
it's about winning.
It's
yeah.
about-
As a fan side, Tottenham fans are happier that we're finishing higher than Arsenal.
yeah.
I can see
But
that.
Of course.
Arsenal fans are
They will be,
disappointed
they will
that
be.
Tottenham are finishing above them.
But,
I said yes.
will be. But
So-
the thing is, in the
but
real,
we're
in the
still
real,
winning
you
trophies.
won a trophy. Did you win last trophy last season? What did you win last season?
Sorry?
What did you win last season?
We didn't win anything
So
last
what are you
season.
talking about?
But
You still
what did
winning
we win the season
trophies?
before?
But that's the season before. That's going back into
But what
history.
did you win the
and then we
season
can go back
before?
to history.
Well, you just said you wanted to go back 40
Sorry,
years.
sorry. Can
That's
I
what I'm
ask
saying.
everyone?
Let me go back
Everyone,
4 years
question for the floor. How relevant is the FA Cup in this day and age? Because we all know you could win that,
Exactly.
finish poor, and still be fired. So how relevant
I swear to you,
do we
didn't
really?
Portsmouth win the FA Cup and get relegated or
But
something?
exactly.
Exactly. So what?
So how relevant is it really?
And then Harry left and come to Tottenham and come back and win it again.
Yeah.
Van Gaal one, he got sacked.
He got sacked. Exactly.
Like you lot. This,
but
this,
that's an exceptional step.
no, but this, no, but Arsenal,
It's a big deal.
You get to the final, it's a big
Arsenal are
deal.
For certain clubs, do you think it's not a big deal though?
No,
Like for example,
But what? Hold on. Hold
Hold on.
He
You made
just
a
said
comment
we're
there.
surviving
You
on
say
FA Cup.
so
But
you're
what are they
saying-
surviving on? What are you not surviving on?
nothing at the moment. Finishing above Arsenal.
What are you surviving on?
I'm asking one question that's not except you guys. So would us four, would we prefer to be? Would we prefer to be? If I said where the teams are, would you prefer to be an Arsenal fan or a Tottenham fan? That's the question.
I'll tell you what.
funny.
I'll tell you what. To tell you the truth. To tell you the
That's
truth,
funny.
I'd be a Norwich fan or something, man. Anyone and anything because
both
it ain't that.
Wait, no ratings, Aston.
Northland's dead.
No ratings, man.
Northland's dead.
Because really,
Northland's dead.
you know what you get from Norwich. You know what you get
No
from
matter how
Norwich.
we answer, we're going to be up one in
No, do you know what? Do you know what?
but that's the beauty of it though. That's the beauty of it. You shooting two birds
But
with
do you know
one
what? Do
stone.
you know what's funny? Do you know what's quite funny? It's got to a stage where Arsenal and Tottenham fans ain't really beefing anymore. There's nothing to beef about.
Innit?
What
Let's go
coalition?
for lunch after this. Let's go for lunch.
Like, there's nothing really like. It's dead. We're dead. Northland's dead. This season?
No, period.
No. Do you know what?
As you said, you were never gonna get out of this until you got rid of the board, man.
We just need to get
We'll never
like
get
we
out.
might if we like you said, if we can actually nick this B League, C League, Europa League, playing against teams from Guernsey competition, if we can win this, then if we can win this, it's a trophy. It might start something. It might. Do you know what I mean?
No, I agree with that.
But chances are it probably won't because our board.
All right, but thank you for joining us today. We'll be back next week with
Yeah.
more banter and trims. I'm out. Peace.
Bang.